Welcome to Many Roads, No Rules. My name is Adriana, and stress was a friend I didn't need in my life anymore. So I decided to take the path to peace. Come with me. Let's go smell the roses together. Hi! I promise I would love to have these videos, to do these videos somewhere super beautiful so you can enjoy the view. But it is desert weather again. It is super cloudy, super windy. Being out there is like, wee, you fly away. It's super, super, super windy. And it has been like that for a couple of days, and it's going to be like that until next Monday, I think. So it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So yeah, no easy solution. There is nowhere to go. Today I was looking at the desert, and you could see the dirt flying high up, almost meeting the clouds up there. It was a view. So today I want to share something with you. We have all received these chain things by mail, by email. That proves how old I am. By email, by WhatsApp, by, I don't know, any social media you are in, you always hit those chain communications with usually things to think about. And I am not particularly open to sharing those or discussing them or anything like that. But I received one that really made me think. And when something makes me reflect, it really gives me something, something I enjoy. So I want to share that with you because we are living very tough times. I complain about the wind and the dust in the desert. This is the life I chose, so I shouldn't be complaining. I may complain about how dry my skin gets in the desert, but I can buy lotion, so I shouldn't be complaining. So sometimes we complain too much or we complain too quickly because we are surrounded by teeny little bad pieces of news every day. And if you remember Machiavelli, who wrote The Prince, an interesting book that I really recommend, he was giving advice to those big princes in Italy about how to be popular with their people. And one of the main concepts for Machiavelli was that if you as a ruler have to do something bad that is going to be unpopular, just do it all together, one time only, and that's it. And then the little nice things you can do for them, just a little bit, is spread out in many, many, many installments. And there is a reason for that. When we hear negative things over and over and over again, every day, the news, everywhere, it's the negative and negative and negative, we lose hope. And we can't afford losing hope because that is the best thing we have. So, as I said, I got this piece of literature and it made me reflect that what we don't do enough is count our blessings. So I wanted to share those with you because honestly, I think it is something we should remember constantly to give us hope and to push us forward. Right now, while you watch this video, I am on my way back to my country to visit friends and family. So I may not be able to answer all the comments right away, because I am going to be very busy eating foods that I miss, and playing games with the kids in the family and those kind of things. But I hope you like these ideas, and I hope they give you a little strength to say, okay, life is about the less broken helping the ones that are more broken. So after counting our blessings, maybe we will be able to help someone else and be more positive ourselves, so we help more people. So let's see if it works for you. Okay? I am going to read them. Here we go. So these statistics, they were taken in December of 2020. I don't have the source. I know when we say the statistics say this and that, we should cite the source every time. I'm sorry, I am being very informal here, so please excuse that. But just know that yes, they were taken by someone in December of 2020. Remember, it was the year when we all dealt with the scare and the sadness of COVID, and we were still in lockdown. So it was not a good year for all of us. But at that point in time, the population of the Earth was 7,800 million people. That is a lot of people. But in any case, out of those, 11% live in Europe. 5%, so half of that, in Canada, the United States, and Mexico. So the whole North America is 5% compared to Europe, which is 11%. Of that, almost 8 billion with a B people. 9% are in South America, 15% in Africa, so the whole of North America plus Europe, that is the amount of people in Africa. When you put it like that, you think, wow, that is a lot of people, really, a lot of people there. And 60% in Asia. So if you take all the other parts of the world that is not Asia, you are left with 30-some%. Asia is 60%. So it's an amazing amount of people there. Now, out of all those people, 49% half live in rural areas and the other half in cities. So far, okay. 62%, more than half of the total population of the earth, speak a dialect, not even a language, a dialect of some sort that is regional. Just more than half. 5% of the total population of the world speaks English. So we thought English was the most spoken language in the world. No, just 5%. Same for Spanish. So we are down there. We are not that popular. Chinese is 12%, so that is a big amount. I would say that shows that Chinese is actually the most spoken language. But again, 62% of the population of the world speaks a dialect. I am starting to think 62% of the world are somehow isolated in their areas. And we don't know about them, and probably they don't know much about us either. Big differences. Now we start with the part where we are going to probably start thinking, oh, I am not that bad after all. 77% of the population of the earth has a home. So we are among that 77%. I choose my house to be a minivan, but we have a home. 77%. 23% of almost 8 billion people are homeless. 23%, a quarter of the population of the earth is homeless. That's huge. Now, out of that total population, almost 8 billion people, 21% are overfed. They have too much food. 63% can have whole, nice meals, and 15% are malnourished. That is too much. 15% of people hungry, that is too much. But now look at this. For half the population of the earth, almost half, 42%, the cost of living per month is $2. That is how much it costs for 42% of the population. So probably people who produce their own food, I don't know, but that's a huge difference with what we pay for food every day. Now, 87% of all the people on the planet have drinking water. Okay? 13%, and this is a small number with a huge weight to it, 13% drink contaminated or just plain dirty water. That is too many people drinking dirty water. 75% of the total population of the earth has mobile phones. 30%, just 30%, have internet. And the other 70%, they don't have internet, so they do not have access to Google, to Twitter, or to whomever. They do not have access to internet. 70% of the population of the earth. That blew me away. 7% only have some access to the university in the whole world. Only 7%. And now we start with a couple of tougher numbers. 26% of people in the whole planet live less than 14 years. So a quarter of the population of the earth dies while they are a child. 66% die between the ages of 15 and 64. That is the most common ages. And 80% of the planet is over the age of 65. Very little. That caught my attention too, because wow, that means many people don't make it that old. 65 years of age, just 8%. Now this is the conclusion to this. Because the statistics are always boring, but this is the part I wanted to give you. If you have a house of any kind, like this, that counts. If you have a house, if you can have regular meals, I don't care if you don't like broccoli, but if you can eat it with a steak, hey, that is a beautiful meal. If you drink clean water, if you have a phone, are you counting with me? Do you have a house, regular meals, water, a phone? Yes. Do you have access to internet? Of course, otherwise we wouldn't be talking. Have you gone to the university in one way or another? If you have done all those things, if you have all those things, you belong to a very selective 7%. So I have done all those things. I do have all those things. I do have a title. I do have internet, a phone, water, meals, a home. I am in the 7% of people who have access to those very special values in society. If you do belong to that 7%, that number really scared me. 7% of all the population in the world. I am part of a very exclusive club, the 7%ers. And no, I am not rich. And I don't have any particular qualities. And still, I belong to the very privileged 7%ers. And I am sure you do too, because you have the option to come to YouTube and discuss these things with me. I hear very often, oh, I wish I could have a minivan and go out there. Or I wish I could travel more. Or I wish I could have this or that or the other thing. And I do that too. So, but since I got these numbers, I started thinking in a different way. I started thinking, okay, I do belong to the 7%ers. That puts me in a position where I shouldn't be complaining, where I shouldn't complain about the wind and the desert and the dust, or how dry my skin gets. I shouldn't be complaining about those things, because as a human being, I have had a good hand. I was dealt a very good hand. So tomorrow morning, when you wake up in the morning, just when you say your prayers or you say you're grateful for something, be humbled or be aware of the fact that you belong to this 7%. It's a humbling, again, idea, and I think we should honor the other 93%, the other 93% of the world who, one way or another, are struggling because they may have a house, but they don't have internet or phone or water or something. Their life is not as rounded as ours. So that is why we should be able to come up with good ideas to help the rest of the planet. It's not something we can do in one day, but I hope at least we can learn to count our blessings and feel less sad or less empty because we don't have the one thing we want. I don't have a good pair of jeans. Really? So thank you very much for being here. That is what the desert does to me. I mean, it makes me feel really small, which is good. It's a good thing. And thank you very much for being here. Please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Share the video with someone else that may be whining all day long. And just tell them, hey, here is some cheese for your wine. Thank you very much. Be kind to others. Take care.